Benji. Double match up there at 8:30. Yeah? You said that, didn't you?
8:30 is kind of late. Oh, I think you're a little bit.
I think it's only 12, it's only 2. So that's what they did with it. I never have to be good for all of this. The greenhouse show. Did you take any cotton? Coming up, got you, Paul.
Stevenston's Children's Gala Day for the year 1987. Anyone who dares deny her royal right to reign, let him come forward now, or forever hold his peace.
Councillor McClelland will now crown the Queen. It's now my pleasure to crown Catherine Smith, the New Stevenston Gala Day Queen, for the year 1987 until the year 1988. I hope that during this year she'll reign well over her subjects. And I trust that she'll have good health and happiness during this year. Will you please be upstanding for God Save the Queen?
I stand before my people on this my coronation day. May all my loyal subjects strive to keep the law. Trust in one another in all good faith. Trust in God and let him be your guide.
At this point, Mrs. MacDonald will announce the names of the children for the presentation of gifts. Here are the gifts.
Right. Where's Mary? That's it.
Miss Alana Mallon. Miss Elaine Douglas. Miss Vicky Donaldson. Page boy Charles Johnston. Boy champion Craig Griffith. And matron of honour Mary Donicky.
Hey, we've got to officially open our Gala Day, and we thought we would get sort of a big name to do it, and we dug deep down into the barrel, and I'm afraid the only name we could come up with was our very own councillor, Jack McClelland.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Your Highness, lords of the court, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege and pleasure to officially open the games for the New Stevenston Gala Day. but I feel it's appropriate at this point, and with the Queen's permission, I'd like to say a few words of thanks. And the thanks really go to the Gala Day Committee. Some 9 months ago, I was asked to form this committee. And we started off with a very small number of people. If you'll all remember, Packy O'Neill took over the secretary's job. And Packy kept us going. He pressurised every one of us to do various things. And then, unfortunately, we lost Packy. And it was a great loss to us and to the community. However, every one of you rallied round and came to the next meeting, and we had quite a number of lieutenants coming to our committee meetings and said that we should carry on. We also seconded Mrs. Donnelly from the Community Council to take over the secretarial job. And I must, at this point, thank her very, very much for doing that, because she has been a tower of strength in this community. To the chairman and the vice chairman, I must thank them also, because they had a terrible task of trying to control the numbers that we had on this committee, because the many arguments that we did have, they controlled the meetings extremely well, and I thank them. To all the other members of the committee, I'm not going to name them all because there's quite a number of them, but I just want to thank all of them, and I would like to thank two ladies particularly, and that's Mrs. MacDonald here, who's the pageant convener. She just took over about 2 to 3 weeks ago, and she's handled it very well. Thank you very much. Now, I think you'll agree with me that all the children look extremely well dressed today, and we've got to thank Miss Gilchrist for her work here today. Games. And I do so, and I trust that you will enjoy your day here today. Thank you very much, everyone.
Just now, there's thanks that I have got to give, and one of them has got to go to Taylor High School for the presentation of the regalia. They worked and made this regalia to make the pageant possible, and I think they've turned out a marvellous job, and I think we should give them a round of thanks. I've got to reiterate what Jack says. Mrs. Gilchrist has done a marvellous job in dressing these children. We've got to thank Glen Isla Kilts for all the material supplied here for the boys' uniforms, and Mrs. MacDonald for the way in which she's got the children to do the pageant. But more of all, let's put our hands together and give the children of the pageant a big round of applause. Weren't they marvellous? How long the meetings lasted, they maybe wouldn't let us hold them again. I've mentioned some of the committee. I've got to mention the rest of the committee. We've mentioned Mrs. MacDonald, Mrs. Gilchrist, but to all the committee I've got to give a very special thanks for the tremendous work they've put in today. But the people who are always missed are the spouses. That's the husbands and wives of those on the committee, for all those lonely nights they spent in the house while we were out enjoying ourselves. If you can say we were enjoying ourselves. To everyone who's done exceptionally well at the fundraising, we really cannot give you enough thanks. You did a marvellous job and helped us raise the money we did. To all the parents who've come here tonight and supported us on Wednesday night during our sports night, it was marvellous. And now I've got to apologise in case I have missed anyone. But there comes a point where I've got to give a special mention. This is to someone who really is quite a stalwart in the community. He's very hard working, very hard endeavouring. He's been a guiding light to us, really, in getting this gala going. The information that he's supplied to us and the contacts he's given us are phenomenal. No, there's no answer to it. He's really done marvellously well. I probably didn't sound very nice when I introduced him initially, but it's for Councillor Jack McClellan for really helping getting this thing going and all the work he's done to help us in our gala day. Can I please have a round of applause? At this point, I would like to call upon Mrs. O'Neill. Could Mrs. O'Neill please come up to the platform and we'll have a presentation of her three trophies. As you all know, we held a sports night on Wednesday night between the two schools. Fullwood Foundry has quite gratefully donated the trophy, and the trophy goes to the winning school of the event. And could we ask someone from St Pat's School to come forward and pick up the sports trophy, please? We have now the Archie Graham Trophy for amateur football. The game was played last Sunday and it was won by the Stevenston Thistle. Right. Can we have a representative from there to come forward? Need a big kiss now. Eddie Rooney donated a trophy for the pool. That was won by Gray's Pub. Can I have someone from Gray's? We're keeping this in the family, aren't we? They don't get it. On. We have got the Bindoni Trophy, which will be for football. It's for the children of primary school. That game will be played at 3 o'clock. And we have the John Morrison Trophy for netball. And also, that game will be played later on at netball court at 3:20. Mrs. Mary O'Neill for the presentation of the trophies today. And secondly, we're back to this man here again, Councillor McClelland. But we don't feel we can give him a bouquet. So please ask Mrs. McClelland to come accept this bouquet of flowers for allowing Jack to do all the work he's done. The activities that's taking place today, in the field opposite here, there will be dancing displays ongoing all through the afternoon. At 1 o'clock in the school, we will have a karate display. Now there will be a repeat for, I would like to say it's a repeat of the karate display again at 2:30 in case anyone misses it. And we have the football being played in the football park at 3 o'clock and the netball at 3:20. Now all that's left for me to do here is say, have a good day, thank you very much for coming. We have been lucky so far with the weather, let's hope it keeps up. I've got to thank these people down here who came and done some judging and business for us as well. So we'll now let everyone away, let's go, let's enjoy ourselves and let's have a really good day. Thank you very much indeed.
on parade.
There you are, you can walk away now. Thank you.
Oh, you're beauty. If I've got any left, I'll give you.